getting benefited by my videos and watching them regularly. In this video, I will do the treatment of goodwill part of the admission chapter, and I'll concentrate on two sums. Sum number 32, where the goodwill has not been brought in by the partner and goodwill already is existing in the book, and also sum number 34. First, let us read sum number 32 and understand what the question says. Now, in this sum, P, Q and R are three partners and they share the profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. S comes in for 1/5 share, which he acquires equally from the partners. Now, by giving this statement, it is very clear that the sacrificing ratio of the partners will be equal, because the new partner S who has come in has acquired the share equally. Here the goodwill appears in the book as 50,000 and the goodwill on the admission of S will be calculated at 3 years purchase of the average profit of 4 years, which has been shown. This is a very simple formula which we will use. We'll add the 4 years profit divided by 4 to find its average and then multiply it by 3. This will give the goodwill of the firm, and then we'll find the goodwill of the new partner, which is 1/5. So let's get started. So you can see the 4 years profit has been given to us as 32,000, 38,000, 35,000 and 31,000. So if you add all these four, you get a total of 1,36,000 and divide this by 4, you get 34,000. Okay, this is the average. Now the question has said 3 years purchase of the average. So 34,000 into 3 gives you 1,02,000, and the share of the new partner S is 1/5 of 1,02,000, which is 20,400. So thus the goodwill of the new partner is 20,400, but the new partner does not bring in this goodwill. After calculating the goodwill of the firm and goodwill of the new partner, which has come to 20,400, let us now go on with the journal entries. We can very clearly see that the new partner S has brought in 30,000. The goodwill is appearing in the books as 50,000 and the new partner does not bring his share of goodwill 20,400, which has been acquired equally from the three partners who used to share their profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. First, before we start off with the journal, we should draw the format: date, particulars, ledger folio, amount and amount. Please draw the format, don't write the format. Now the first journal entry is for the capital brought in. So bank account debit to SS capital account 30,000, 30,000. The second journal entry is for the goodwill appearing in the books. This should be written off among old partners in the old profit sharing ratio 5:3:2. So P's capital account 25,000, Q's capital account 15,000, R's capital account 10,000, to goodwill 50,000. I hope you have understood how we have got 25,000, 15,000 and 10,000, because 50,000 was divided in the ratio of 5:3:2. And the final journal entry is for the treatment of the goodwill not brought in by the new partner. That is SS current account debit 20,400 to P's capital account, to Q's capital account, to R's capital account 6,800 each. Why? Because the new partner has acquired the share equally from all the old partners. Thus the sacrificing ratio is equal. With this, we have come to the end of question number 32. Please understand very carefully. Here we had done the calculation of goodwill, found out the share of goodwill of the new partner, and then gone ahead with the 3 journal entries. Now let us go to sum number 34. In this sum, there is some different. The goodwill has been partly brought in and partly not brought in by the new partner. But there are more things over here. You can see the question starts with x, y and z having a share of 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 6. Now whenever the share is given in fractions, first things which you have to do is to find a common denominator and convert it into ratio. This is the most important step which you have to do whenever the share is given in the fraction. So you can see very carefully the share of x, y and z is half is to 1/3 is to 1/6. The denominator will be 6. The common denominator will be 6. That is the LCM of 2, 3 and 6 is 6. And now if we take the common denominator as 6, the ratio will become 3 is to 2 is to 1. So the ratio between x, y and z is 3 is to 2 is to 1. Now the second part of the question says that A comes in and takes 1/6 share equally from x and y. So it is very clear that the new partner A is not taking anything from the last partner Z. He is only taking from the first two partners x and y, and that also he is taking equally. Now we'll concentrate on the calculation of the new profit sharing ratio in this question. Be very careful about it. See, A is admitted for 1/6 share which he takes equally from x and y. So if he's taking equally from x and y, so 1 by 6 into 1 by 2, that means 1 by 12 will be taken from both x and y. I repeat, 1 by 12 will be taken from both x and y. So how much is left with x? 3 by 6 minus 1 by 12. So the denominator is 12. Okay. Why? Because the LCM of 6 and 12 will be 12. Now 12 divided by 6 gives you 2. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 minus 1 gives you 5 by 12. Similarly for y, 2 by 6 minus 1 by 12. LCM of 6 and 12 or common denominator of 6 and 12 will be 12. 12 divided by 6 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 minus 1 will be 3 by 12. Nothing has been taken from Z. So Z will obviously have 1 by 6. Now if he has 1 by 6 and that has to be converted into the denominator 12, it will become 2 by 12. So the new profit sharing ratio of X, Y, Z and A, the new profit sharing ratio of X, Y, Z and A is 5 is to 3 is to 2 is to 2. After doing the calculation of the new profit sharing ratio, 5 is to 3 is to 2 is to 2, and understanding the fact that A has taken his share from only X and Y, let us now go to the journal entries. Here we can see very clearly the format of the journal, which is date, particulars, ledger folio, amount and amount. As I told you earlier also, please always draw the format. In this question, the new partner A has brought in a capital of 50,000 and a premium of goodwill 15,000 out of his share of 20,000. That means 5,000 has not been brought in by the new partner. So let us first concentrate on the journal entries. The first journal entry is bank account debit 65,000 to A's capital account 50,000 to premium for goodwill 15,000. That is the total of 50,000 and 15,000, 65,000. The second journal entry is premium for goodwill account debit 15,000 to X's capital account 7,500 to Y's capital account 7,500. I hope you are clear with this, because the premium of goodwill will be distributed equally among X and Y as the sacrificing ratio is equal. Apart from that, the last journal entry will be for the goodwill which is not been brought in. Out of 20,000, only 15,000 was brought in by the new partner A. Therefore, 5,000 will be posted in his current account, and you can see very carefully A's current account debit 5,000 to X's capital account 2,500 to Y's capital account 2,500. Here we have the narration that is being goodwill not brought in, adjusted in current account and capital account. So this is very important for us to understand that in this sum goodwill was partly brought in and partly not brought in. With this, we come to the end of question number 34, and question number 32 as done earlier. In question number 32, the goodwill was not brought at all. In question number 34, the goodwill has been brought in partially. Keep watching my video. Don't miss any of my lectures. I will come up with more sums from the textbook very soon.